What's up, y'all? Y'all know who it is, your boy JP's Audio 08. Figure I'd come to y'all one time because I know it's been a minute since the last time we actually seen each other. Now, if you guys been rocking with me for a minute, you're probably wondering why I haven't posted a base video in a while. It's actually been over 90-something days since I posted a video. I have been swamped with my other channel, JP the Install Guy, where I teach you guys how to work on your own cars and I give out car audio knowledge literally every day. You're probably wondering what's going to happen with this channel. I mean, this channel's not going anywhere. I've had this channel since 2008, which is why it's called JP's Audio 08. But in the beginning, I was just building on my own vehicle. So once I get my car back, that's exactly what this channel is going to be about, building on my car and taking you guys along for the journey. Now, when I go to car shows, will I still have my camera? Probably. Will I make the video? Probably, but it's not going to be first priority. So with that being said, you're probably wondering what's going on with the Grand Maruis. Well, the Grand Maruis is actually done. Well, it's not done, but you know, we're literally in the home stretch. Probably about 90% done, and these last 10% are just going to be extremely crucial because we are doing all the finalizations on the things that you probably won't recognize. But if you do recognize and you see them when you see the car, you probably think, man, they really went all out. Like, all the finishing touches is the most crucial part. So realistically, if I had to put a time to it, I could probably get the car back within the next few weeks, maybe a month at most. But we've been waiting this long, so I'm not going to rush it now. But then I realized that I have not given you guys a proper update in about 6 to 9 months. So you've seen the thumbnail on the video. So even though we're way farther along, we're going to get there in a couple more videos, but I want to break them down and let you know from where we were, from where the car has been caged up to this point right now. In order to get the maximum cubic feet that this car has to offer, we had to end up cutting the rear deck. So you know the back part below the window where the 6x9s usually sit, we cut that whole part out and we have full cage from the B pillar of the car, which is usually right behind the passenger and driver seat, all the way to the back and actually inside the trunk. Now, you can't just steel cage a car any kind of way. This has to really be done with a plan. We want to make sure that we can have the combination of steel and wood. So inside these little rectangles and squares, there are pieces of 3/4 inch birch. Once we get those pieces mounted and molded in there, we can come back with more layers of Baltic birch to actually mount on top of that, giving us the biggest shell that we can make possible. Now, the rear deck behind the window does more than just hold the 6x9s. It actually acts as a support brace as well. So in order to make sure that we don't lose any strength, we had to go in and weld some braces to the back and pretty much do the exact same steel cage style along the back window right in front of it before we put the wood, just to make sure that we can keep the strength. So with that being said, we're never going to be able to tint that back window ever again. So what I'm thinking about doing is maybe getting a custom logo design made or something like that, and then just maybe vinyl wrap the back windshield. Now it's time to test fit the baffles. So with 1610s, there's a lot of drivers that you're trying to cram in the back of a sedan, right? So we got to come up with a crazy kind of configuration, but it needs to look clean. It does not need to look like we just try to cram them in there, because I don't care how loud it get. If it don't look good and sound good, then I don't want to do it. So what we ended up doing is we did 8 across the top and then 8 across the front. Now across the top we got a whole lot more room because we have more depth in the back, but across the front we don't have a whole lot of height because we have this acrylic window on the side, so that way when you open up the rear doors, you're able to get a demo from the back while you're waiting to get into the front seat to get a demo from the front. So in order to stack 8 subs on the front, we're going to have to stagger them a little bit. Once we found the perfect placement, now we can get to actually cutting the baffles and then doing more test fitting to make sure all that stuff fits like how it's supposed to. Now, when I posted this picture on social media, people were going crazy saying that all the subs are going to be on top of each other and you're going to have to shave down the basket and all that type of stuff. We're not going to have to do none of that. What you don't realize is that this is just 2 pieces of wood. These things are going to be 3 or 4 layers thick. So the part that you see on the front, even though it's open, that's literally just the beauty panel. It's going to be recessed around the subs. So the subs on the top are going to be able to mount inverted, so the magnets will be shown. The ones on the bottom are going to have a recessed look. You're only going to see that on the front. It's going to look good, trust me, but they're not going to be on top of each other, I promise you. So why is the port in the trunk? Well, to reach a certain level of tuning, we need a certain amount of square inches, and we had a whole lot of space inside the trunk. Now, yes, it does take up a lot of space, so I'm gonna have to come up with something funky for the amps, because you know I want to do some very intricate wiring, because that's my thing. But we didn't want to sacrifice on the sound quality and the performance of the build, so I gave them the green light to do whatever they needed to do. Now, this design is one of the Jecar Audio famous tapped horn designs. Now, for the record, they don't claim, nor did anybody ever say that they created the Taphorn design. It is just a design that they've had a lot of success with, and the more and more they do it, the better and better that they get at it. And I have been so fortunate to be at the point to where they have done it a whole lot of times before they got to my car, so I said, hey, go with what you know. So as of right now, the port goes through here, then it's going to go back and then down, and then it does this type situation, and then it goes sow right at the top. Almost kind of puts me in the mindset of y'all remember the T-line enclosures, like a transmission line where it goes in and goes whoop, 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 whoop. Anyway, with taking the baffles out and finalizing all the things inside the shell, they were able to do some body work and mud work for all the corners, because we are going to be doing a bed liner type of textured paint. But the only way I was okay with doing that is if we were able to match the exact same color as my interior. So this is like a tan beige kind of color that's going to be on the roof. So that's actually all that I'm going to share right now. I definitely have more to share, but like I said, I want to make a series of videos to actually get a lot of you guys caught up to the point that we're at right now. Hopefully when we get done with the videos, I'll have the car so we can continue just kind of smoothly into it. But then also at the same time, it gives me a reason to do more and post more on this channel and get back to the basics of what this channel was originally about. I do want to give a quick shout out to Tezla Audio, because they sent me all the wire that I need for my vehicle. This right here is some really good stuff. 100% OFC silver tin hyper twisted wire. This is 10 gauge speaker wire that we're going to be using for the subs. That's going to be going from the subs into the box, and then from inside the box to outside the box into the trunk where the amps are going to be, we have 8 gauge wire. Now this is not speaker wire, this is 8 gauge power wire that we're going to use as speaker wire going to the positive and negatives of the amps. Now I only got 100 feet right here. I need to get another 100 feet, and they have already shipped it because they're awesome, and that's why I rock with brands like that. Not only that, I have two of these, well, two of these 50-foot rolls of 0 gauge wire to run inside the vehicle, going from the front to the back, and hopefully that will be enough to actually wire up all the amps inside the back, and I don't need any more. That's all that I got for you guys today. Make sure you stay tuned with me. If this is your first time here, I would love if you stay. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, comment, share, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything else. Till next time, this is your boy JP signing out, telling y'all to keep going, keep growing, and have a blessed day. Peace.